Hi, it's the Great Vanzini. Wow, am I rusty. But then I was never really an upright bass player. Give me frets any day. Today we're going to review, this is another one of those elephants in the room that's been sitting next to me for weeks on end here while I did other videos. And been meaning to do this for a while. I always wanted to have an upright bass. And you know, they take up a huge amount of room, and if you're really going to get good at it, you're going to play it inside out. I ain't got the hands for it anymore. So this is a pseudo upright bass, and I'm going to take it off its... Oh, I'm running through a little, it may not sound very good. I'm running it through a little Vox Pathfinder amplifier, a Vox Pathfinder bass amplifier. This is called a Mose Sparrow, and it was made by a fella in a town south of me. I don't know his name. He told me Mose was his grandson. And he thought Sparrow was just a good name or something along that line. There was some reason he came up with the name. But you can see it's just a really, and it fits on a tripod. Oh, man, I tell you, it's like lifting weights. This is a tripod that's beyond, I mean, it's amazing. I kept thinking I might use it for my photography work, and it's just too heavy. It's just, there's no way I could pack that around. Anyway, this thing looks really long. What did I do with the plug-in? Aha! I can't tell you much about it. I remember him telling me that he used some really interesting sort of wood on the surface. I'm going to get up real close and personal here if I can. I got some colored lights on, so it may not actually reflect. Yeah, we'll just try to turn on something closer to white here. Ow! And I can't tell you anything about that pickup. It just says Mose Sparrow bass, a bass lines pickup. I should look it up and tell you what it is. But now this looks like it's a huge scale length, but in fact it's only a little bit longer than a normal bass. You could play it like this, I think. Yeah, you could. It's really hard to get used to the fingering on it. It's got everything about it is. Anyway, he built these out in his garage, and I've seen a few of them on like Reverb, a few Mose Sparrows. I've never seen an upright like this, so I don't know how many of these he made. I do know, I'm pretty sure that I was the last person. This is the back plate to get into the electronics. It's all wood. And so you can see it's a two-layer. It's got like a top on it, and then, but even the back wood is pretty darn nice. I can't tell you what it is, but boy, is it rock solid. in tone and volume knob, and that's about it. And I think I measured it out at 30. I want to say 36.5 inch, so it's a couple 2 to 3 inches longer than a full scale bass. I'm normally, when I play bass around the house, I'm a short scale guy because I get to move faster and it's easier on my hands. So anyway, a Mose Sparrow, M-O-S-E, Sparrow, just like the bird. So I can't tell you if he made the neck or if he ordered it somewhere. He had, when I went right to his house and his shop and bought it, and he was getting out of the, I'm sorry. So I went to his house, and which was also his workshop out in his large garage, and he said he was getting out of the business. And I had seen a couple of these in a local music store down. It's in a town south of me called Corvallis, where Oregon State is. He wasn't right in. He was this side of Corvallis, north of Corvallis anyway. So they have labella strings on them, and the labellas are like everybody says, well, they have a guitar string that's wrapped in a nylon. And I had another bass some years back that had labella strings on it, and when I changed them out to steel strings, I kind of dissected one of the strings. And it's unfair to say that it's a guitar string. It's just a little strand of metal that was in there, in those anyway. I don't know about these, and I have no idea. There's a couple nicks on a couple of the strings, and I'm going to have to replace them. I don't even want to know how much that's going to be, but yeah, I'm way out of practice here. It's a fun bass. It's a fun bass. I am not encouraging anybody to go buy some sort of upright. There were other brands, I think, I want to say ND Design also made them, and then there was one that was carried by one of the big box stores. I'm going to put this sucker back in its... I tell you, it locks in there really good. And then what you do is you leave it a little slack, so it's got, you don't want it perfectly rigid in the... You want to have a little bit of give, so you can move around with it a little bit. If it's just perfectly solid, then you grab it and you tilt it. If you do tilt it and move it around while you're playing, you're lifting the tripod up at that point. So so this is going back. It came with a huge case, which I suspect was a gun case, because it didn't look like it was particularly made for this bass, but it fit, and it was like a long rifle gun case. But it fits in there, and he's carved out all the styrofoam to be just right and all that kind of stuff. I wish I had more information. I wish I'd asked more questions. He told me all about it. He told me what type of wood he used and what the pickup was, but I should have asked for maybe some sort of a printout or something like that. You do find Mose Sparrow bass guitars on Reverb. I've not found one of these, but there may be one out there. Oh, gee, many Christmas. I've gone to a bad habit of slapping strings. Bad idea. Anyway, that's it for this one. I can't tell you anything more about it. It's just a show and tell. It's a fun thing. It's really, and I've recorded with it. It sounds great. A couple times where I just wanted some sort of background bass. I can get real upright bass tones and band in the box, but once in a while I just want, it's not quite right, so I can add this in as a separate track, and it works just great. So and thanks for watching, and if you'd like, you can give a thumbs up, a thumbs down, hit the bell icon, subscribe, all that good stuff. And but do feel free to leave a comment, and especially if you're a bass player, have a bass guitar, upright bass, whatever, and tell me what you think about such things. I think this would be cool if I was an upright jazz guy, you know, that was playing at jams or gigs. It doesn't have the tone of a real upright bass, but I would be taking this with me just because of the size, with a small amp and or plugging into the house system maybe. I don't know. I think it would have some value. So anyway, until next time, you have a good day and good luck, and you stay safe out there, okay? Thanks. Bye-bye.